Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel, man. We are back with the late vibes, man. We are here, man. Shout out to everybody who's locked in. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in right now. Man City bottled it. You know what I'm saying to you? It is what it is. A lovely night, man. Shout out to Ranceroni for the raid. Big up to Rance and his crew. Gang. You know them ones there. Big up to Rance each and every time, man. Big up to the community. We got man like Estrella. We got man like Ange Mike. And we got man like Temi in the building. What are you, man, saying, man? What are you telling me?
Blessed, bro. I'm blessed. Can't complain, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Make sure to hit the like button, people. Make sure to hit the like button. That's all I got to say. Much love to Estrella. Much love to my other brother here. And Saeed, hey, we good, man. We good, man. We good. We're definitely good, man.
Yeah, man. You lot watch the Champions League today, man. Enquiries. What do you lot think of Enquiries tonight, man? You lot take anything from that? Do you see anything different? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. There was no service, and I think that he tried a bit too hard today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you lot thought, but I think he was trying too much today to get noticed, man. But yeah, not the greatest night. But Saliba and Gabriel always going to be difficult to play against anyway, man. You get me?
You know, he was good for the first like 20-something minutes, and then when they got down, it kind of pelted away. I watched the first half like intently, and then the second half I kind of just said whatever. Like after 60 minutes, but like you can see the way they're still playing the way that Ruben Amorim would want them to play, but they just got
Yeah.
spent. Arsenal were great. You just got to give Arsenal credit, bro. They were fantastic today. So, I'm not going to read too much into it. I still think, bro, he's still way better than our strikers. Like he's still so much better than the strikers we have at our disposal, bro. It's not even funny. So I hear it, but you got to ask yourself, like, the market right now for strikers, like, what does it look like? Do we sign another young striker and hope he, hope he goes off? Or do we sign someone who maybe he's not the most amazing, but at least he can put the ball in the back of the net? Like, we know that for certain. And his hold-up play isn't awful. You feel me? Like, he's not awful on the half turn. He's just not amazing. You feel me? He's just not amazing, but he's better than what we have. Like, no question about that.
Facts, 100%.
The thing is, Gyökeres suits Arsenal because Gabriel and their central defenders can match him physically. It's the players that can pick up those half spaces, can turn him in and out. They're the ones that they struggle with. Those really smart players that can come. Whereas Gyökeres is a physical beast. And for Saliba and Gabriel, they can just match that. Like, for them, that they live on that. That's what they want. They hate the players that are really smart, like an Aguero type that can come in, that can drop out. Like, that's a striker they struggle with. So it was a bad game for him, but who knows, man. But the thing is, it really will depend what we do with Xerxes, yeah? Like, if we keep Xerxes next year, like, are we going to have 3 strikers on the books? I don't know if that makes sense, yeah?
Yeah. Absolutely, man. But we going to get into it, man. There's a lot to discuss. Amorim wants a new left back. That's what we're hearing. Evan Ferguson loan and number 10s, man. Number 10s, man. We're hearing Mamouche. We're hearing Cunha. We're hearing a lot of players being linked with Man United. So we're going to discuss it all, man. But the first one that I want to discuss is that a lot of players are talking about Evan Ferguson today, yeah. He's apparently available on loan in January as things stand, reported by the Telegraph today. And a lot of people are like, go and get him. He's the guy. He's the solution, etc., etc. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Am I the only one that doesn't want Evan Ferguson?
Yeah.
Am I the only one, guys? Because
I want him.
You want him based on what? Based on what?
Based on what I've seen before in the history of his previous seasons, he's had a decent full season. I think 2 years ago. Died off a little bit after he came back from injury. Still pretty young, and he offers something different going forward. And he's obviously got history within the Premier League. That's the most important thing. Secondly, it makes feasible sense doing it monetary wise. It's a loan. And if we already know that we're not gonna be spending like bucket loads in January, it's a loan. You got Josh Wazowski, Højlund, and then if you get him as well, that's 3 strikers.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's another guy with potential, bro. It's not like
but you get to give him back, though.
Højlund scored more goals than him. Højlund scored more goals than this.
My thing is, you get to give him back at the end of the season if you don't like what you like. It's not a permanent decision.
Why not just play Højlund then?
What you say, sorry?
Exactly, yeah.
Why not just play the guy you paid 70 million for, who's the same age?
Okay, tell me really quickly, respectfully, that we paid 70 million not for him to be the main man. We paid 70 million for a backup striker. I agree. So when you say 70 million, people are gonna run away with it. Like, yeah, he cost a lot of money, but he wasn't the main guy. So that's not what we actually got him for. We got him to be the backup.
I think we got him to be the main guy, but he's not good enough yet.
No, he didn't, because
you don't pay 70 million for a backup.
Once again, the season that not to do revisionism, the season that we got him, I remember that indistinctively. It was, we're going to get a young striker and a season proven one. That's why we was linked with Harry Kane and him at the time, and I was thinking where the fund's going to come from anyway. But again, he wasn't supposed to be this baller that we bought from Italy to come to Manchester United to be leading the line at 19. Stop it! Like, no one's expecting that. So for you to say that now is disingenuous, man.
It's not disingenuous, because when we bought him for 70 million, I said, why are we buying a 20-year-old for 70 million? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. So, but back to your original point, like back to the Ferguson point. Yeah. The issue I have with the Ferguson thing is, like, if we're gonna get a lone striker, we need a veteran. We don't need another kid. Like, if at that point, like, why not just play Højlund? If we're gonna get a lone striker, I want a veteran that we know can score goals. That's what I want. I don't want a project Like, what's the point of having a project right now? You feel me? Like, if we're gonna do the project thing, just play. I don't rate Højlund like that. But if we're gonna do the project thing, just play Højlund.
Do you know what I see it as? Tell me, not sorry to go. It's not the way I see it is like this is not a be all or end all. I'm not trying to die on this hill like, oh, we have to get Evan Ferguson. No. Like,
No.
I'm completely like, yo, whatever's there is there, cool. But what I see it as like, you know what? Let's just say for argument's sake, let's roll with the 70 million. They see Højlund as this thing. They want Ruben to make this work. No worries at all. But to alleviate the pressure, I don't see the problem with bringing in Evan Ferguson on the loan. He's been Premier League proven. And he can.
He's not Premier League proven though.
He's not.
He is. Do you know why? Because
how do you describe someone as Premier League proven? Like Premier League proven to me.
Sorry, let me retract what I said. Sorry, maybe not Premier League proven. He's played within the Premier League, so he already knows what to expect going into it. Rather than if you was to acquire a player not from the Premier League, you expect them to adjust to the Premier League and to adjust to a whole new country as well, which is a mitigating factor fans don't take into consideration of. So that's the reason why I'm saying.
Why did Brighton want to loan him out? Just
what you say? Sorry,
he's not good enough.
Why Brighton interested in loaning him out?
You know what? To be fair, is he wants game time. To be honest with you, that's more. He's not getting ahead of Danny Welbeck and.
Let's go get Danny Welbeck at that point.
Yo,
like seriously, no. I mean, like if we're talking about loan strike, like I would. Who would help our team more right now, bro? Danny Welbeck would help our team.
Did you see Ten Hag was interested in him in the summer? He was.
Evan Ferguson. Yeah,
he wanted to sign Danny Welbeck.
We've been linked to Evan Ferguson.
Okay.
We've been linked to Evan Ferguson quite a few bits. I can't lie. I'll be honest. But I'm gonna say really quickly though. The reason why I'm not really trying to down this hill about whatever striker we get in January is like everyone's saying Gyökeres or saying this other striker. My thing is I'd rather wait till the summer to get a better option because at the moment it's like the manager market is limited as to what we can get. So I'm saying the striker is not even the thing for me. It's getting the service to the striker. So I think enabling or facilitating more creativity is more important than getting a finisher because you can have whoever you want up front, but if you're not getting the ball to him at the end of the day,
I agree that more so than
Brian and I had this debate. We had this exact debate yesterday on what is more important, the service for the strikers or the striker itself. And my argument yesterday was, I think that we have players who can do a job in those 2-10 positions. I don't think we have a player that can do a consistent job as a striker. Like if we put Menu and Ahmad as our number 10s, they can do a job. I still question if Højlund and Rashford can do. Actually, I don't question. I don't think they can do a consistent job there. So I'd rather get a veteran lone striker, put Ahmad and Menu there. You feel me? Or Mount whatever. And because they can do a job, you feel me? I don't think Rashford is of the level to do a consistent job. I don't think Højlund is of the level to do a consistent job. So go get a loan. Like I'm all for getting a lone striker. Like if we get a guy who's just a vet who understands what he's supposed to be doing there, like I'm telling you, it's gonna make a world. It doesn't have to be a world-class player, bro. It doesn't have to be a world-class player. Just a good veteran striker. I don't know who that is.
I agree and disagree with you in terms of like the Rashford aspect.
Like a Cavani.
No, real quick. The Rashford thing, I agree with because we've seen Rashford play up front and he's complete. Like to me, he's just obsolete. But my thing is criticizing Højlund when he hasn't. It's the same thing as the manager. We're gonna judge Ruben under a new structure, something we haven't seen before. So he's finally been given an opportunity. We haven't seen in a very long time a striker at Manchester United flooded with chances. We're judging a striker, fair enough, who should do way better than he's performing now, but doing with the best scrims, like the scrums. We've seen Martial do it. We've seen Rashford do it. We've seen Ronaldo, Martial, Ibrahimovic. They've all done that goal shift where there's no creativity unless there's a magic ball in behind. It's not consistent. So if you're going to facilitate that, then you can judge him then. You can't really judge him from a dysfunctional system beforehand. I think it's a bit unfair. But I hear you if you're going to do it because what you've shown me up to this point is not really given. So I understand what's the point of wanting to see this in a new element. I get it. But I don't think it's fair to do that.
My thing is here, shout out to Brian who's just joined us as well. I'm looking at Evan Ferguson. Is he gonna take us to that next level? Like, his injuries are a concern. That's one thing as well. Like, he's got a lot of injuries, right? But for me, it's like, bro, do you think we can rely on him in the way we're playing right now to score goals? Like, that's my biggest concern is that is he going to be one of them where we're going to be like, oh, but you got to give him time, guys. He's a young striker. We can't really put a burden on him. Like, don't get me wrong. He's probably got a better ball striking ability and a finish ability than maybe Højlund and Xerxes. But I just feel like for me, if it doesn't go well, we're just going to say, well, it didn't go well and whatnot. But right now, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't see the benefit of getting him. I really don't. Like, even if it's a loan, sometimes stuff that are free are not valuable as well. Like, they don't really serve a purpose sometimes, man. You get it, but then what are you getting really? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you getting, bro?
I don't think Ferguson is what we need. At the time when I would have wanted him, was basically a decision of wanting to get a young striker. We've gotten 2 young strikers. So at this point, it doesn't make as much sense to go get Ferguson at this point because we need to develop him as well. We do. And Brighton, who are, let's be honest, one of the best teams at developing players, are saying, yeah, let's push this guy out to go get game time. We don't have the time or patience to deal with a player like that right now. I'm not saying he's not going to be good enough in future. He might be. But what we need right now, he's not going to give us that. And you're right, his injuries are a concern as well. So I would, for me, like Temi said, we had this argument about what we need. Yeah, our strikers don't get service. We don't give them enough service. And even if you watch the Arsenal game today, between Sporting, you can see that Gyökeres without service, you're still gonna have the same issues. There are only so many things a striker can do when you don't give them the ball in the right areas. They're relying on scrap. They're relying on their physical attributes. It's not enough, right? So what do Manchester United need? We need players that can make things happen. We need players who can create space for others. We need players who can get the balls in dangerous areas. We need players who can, do those things. And if you have a number 9 that's not finishing, then you can be like, okay, that's a problem. You can deal with that. But we don't even have that. We're relying on Mainu, a kid from our academy that's 19 years old, and Ahmad to be those guys. Come on. Like, that's not good enough. I like Ahmad. He's very talented, but that's not good enough. Like, we need more in attack before you can come and say, okay, yep, striker position, we need to solve that. We don't have the players. We don't have the players that do the things you need to get the ball into the right areas. We just don't do that. And we've had this as a problem for a long time. It's gone even to the days of Ole. Like, it's been an issue. So when Pogba wasn't fit, we struggled for creativity. Like, we haven't solved this problem. Let's solve this problem first. I'm not saying that Xerxes and Højlund are the answer, but I'm not seeing these guys even get chances to shoot in the box, right? People take that one clip from Rasmus deciding to pass, not shoot. I'm like, yeah, evidence of him not taking shooting opportunities. And I'm like, you just watch Rashford play the whole game and maybe got one chance to shoot in the box. That's not a proper team. We're not a proper team yet.
So let me ask a question real quick. So in the number 10, we played with Garnacho and Bruno in the number 10 positions, right? Wasn't a big fan of that whatsoever. Now my question is, here are the players I think can do better than those players in those positions, right?
Go for it.
I think Xerxes can do a job in that position. I think Mainu can do a job in that position. I think Ahmad can do a job in that position. I think Mason Mount can do a job in that position. You could even say maybe even Eriksen could do a job in that position. That's 5 players outside of the players that I mentioned, or outside of the players that started this past weekend, that could potentially do a job in those positions. Like, and I think could do a decent job, like a good job in those positions, right? And I think Ruben Amorim will see that. You feel me? Now, my issue is, yes, I completely adhere to the fact that they haven't been getting the service they needed. But I think that is more of an issue of the players that are being picked in those positions, as opposed to like a quality, just a complete lack of quality. I think we have a complete lack of quality up top at number 9. Like, I think we have a complete lack of quality. I don't think we have a complete lack of quality in those number 10 positions if we play with the players that I just mentioned. You feel me? So if we get Garnacho out the way, if we get Bruno out the way, and play with more technical players in those positions, and then get a lone striker, like a veteran lone striker, I promise you we will score more goals. I promise you. Like seriously.
You know what? It's creating the movements in it and the opportunities that right there. Do these guys have they got the IQ? I question the level of IQ in our team. That's what I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no
Even
really
the players
IQ.
I mentioned. So Ahmad, you question his IQ?
No.
Do you question Xerxes' IQ?
No.
Do you question Ericsson's IQ?
No.
Do you question Mount's IQ?
To be fair, he don't really make the wrong decisions. I can't lie.
Okay, yeah,
it's not just IQ though, because Ericsson can't do that role because physically he can't do it.
You don't have to. You don't have to be blessed with blister.
Yes, you do. Unfortunately, in this system, you have to be blessed with pace, but you need an engine in this system, though, and you don't have.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you see what Tottenham did to Manchester. Those number 10s aren't running around like. You need someone who's willing to show for the ball. Like if you watch the first. Real quick before you cut me off. Watch the first before this game went haywire for Sporting. Just watch the first 20 minutes when they were on the ball, bro. Like Trincao and Marcus Edwards, yeah, they obviously have more pace than Christian Eriksen. But look what they were doing. Like just look at what they were at. They weren't running around they weren't just running around, turning and just sprinting or running. They were coming short to receive the ball and then turning. Eriksen can do that. You don't need a million miles of pace to do that. You don't.
All I'm gonna say, Tammy, in the Premier League week in week out, if you want someone to do that role, yes, you're gonna need an engine, and that's something I've seen over the past years of him playing at United to know that it's just not gonna work for him. So when you were listing those players, I agree. Yeah, Ahmad, no worries. Mason Mount, I've seen him at Chelsea do it again. I'm judging a Chelsea player, not a Manchester United player, so he's up in the arms or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, I agree. There's better people suited to start in those positions. But again, my thing is when I'm agreeing with Brian and not glazing is the creativity. We've seen Ronaldo, the best goal scorer up in the world, known to man, still struggle to score goals in this team. You have to fix that.
We're not relying on individuals for creativity is a mistake.
And what you're doing is the same thing as well. Saeed, watch this. You want to get, let's say you get a veteran striker or just a bagsman or whatever you want to get. What happens when that bagman gets injured or gets suspended or whatever? You're back to the problem again where you just relied on one individual.
I mean, that's what a squad is for.
First.
That's what. Wait, here's what. Real quick, let me respond to Estrella really quickly. The creativity is going to come from the system, and then the players that you pick in that system. It's not going to come from an individual.
I'm with you.
This is the issue we've had for years. We think that we need a person to create chances. No, we need the team to play better so we can create chances. So the point I'm trying to make, obviously, if we sign a veteran striker, that striker could get injured and then we're back to Højlund or whatever. But if we play, let's leave Eriksen. I was just using Eriksen as we have bodies. We have bodies in those positions, right? If we play Ahmad, Manu, Mount, whatever the case, bro, things will happen. Things will happen. I'm confident about that. And then we can say, okay, let's get a veteran striker, or let's play Højlund, whatever the case may be, and see if they're up for it. I don't think he's up for it, which is why I think we need a proper striker to just help us through this period. We have a lot of games to play. We're still in all of our competitions. Do I want to be relying on Rashford and Højlund for the next 6 months?
You keep saying number 9.
No.
See, this is what I said. It's not fair. Like I said, I agree with you to a degree because it's like you're judging somebody before they've managed an opportunity. So it's like Saeed getting another opportunity now to go on, let's say, another platform now. The platform's not doing that great. He's jumped up in there while it's been continuing going on. It's just got this takeover and it's doing decent now. It's doing okay. But Saeed was part of the crap when it wasn't doing so well. But he hasn't been there for that long. Are you not going to give him an opportunity to show you that he can actually thrive and go up the meritocracy that he needs to do to prove himself? You're judging Højlund in a crap system, and he's been thrown into the deep end from the Italian league. This is not even me just showing any glaze or anything, because the same grace you give Ahmad, we bought him for 30 million, if I'm not mistaken. He was supposed to be star wonder boy, whatever, when we acquired him. I'm not going to forget.
20 and then rise it up to 40.
Regardless, it was 30 million, and I remember the sum. Yeah, back then, that's a lot of money for someone that we haven't even seen.
It's just about not getting opportunities, though.
He just didn't play.
No.
But he didn't play like crap. He just didn't play.
He just didn't play. He didn't play.
The reason why I'm doing the comparison.
The thing with Ahmad is just quickly. The thing with Ahmad is he wasn't expected to lead the line for the whole team.
Naba was Hoyland, and that's my point. Naba was
Hoyland.
No, but we shouldn't expect that. That's the point. We shouldn't expect that of him.
For 70 million to sit on the bench. That doesn't happen anywhere.
Yeah. No, but the thing is,
I think also just because he spends 90 million on Anthony, we both know there was
we brought him to start. We brought Anthony to start and be a critical player in this team.
Don't just brush over the reason why we paid the 70 million for Hoyland. There was a specific reason why we done it. There was mitigating circumstances. It wasn't because he was worth that. There was reasons as to why it was. Other clubs wouldn't have touched it. Let's not do that.
Okay, that's why we know it's bad business. We bought him with the premise that he can become a top striker. There's no arguing about this.
But everyone's expecting him to hit the ground running. You're not giving him a chance.
He's played for a year and a half.
What's the argument we're having here? Because at this point, it seems people are we saying that Rasmus is a bad striker? Let's get rid of him, sell him, let's move him on. Okay.
No. I think the argument is that I think it's a pointless argument personally. Like, we didn't buy Hoyland to be a number one striker. That honestly, that's besides the point. But if that's true or not true, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter, in my opinion, is we need bodies in that position, like actual quality in that position. We lack that desperately.
So, like this is where Tottenham been between two minds, because people go way overboard when it comes to Rasmus. Sometimes it's like, okay, I can accept, he's still learning his game. I can understand if you're talking like that, right? But when people come out, I'm like, it's like see some of the comments in there. That's unnecessary. You don't need to do that, because this is what it looks like to develop a young striker. This is what it looks like. I don't know what people are thinking. There are no young Ruud van Nistelrooys in the world anymore. Gyökeres is 26 years old. He's going to be 27 next year. Did you know him when he was 21? Did you know him when he was 21? I swear, anybody that said they knew Gyökeres right now when he was 21 years old, please tell me. Tell me. You're lying.
He did score. How many goals in the championship did he score? I think it's one of the toughest leagues.
How long? I will tell you personally right now, I didn't follow his career. I don't know how many goals he scored. But people are going to claim they know everything.
He scored 30-something goals for Coventry in 100 games.
That's 30-something goals in 100 games. What's that striker that used to play for Leeds that was banking in goals in the championship?
He scored 21 goals in 49 games in his 22-23 season. In the 21-22 season, he scored 17 goals in 45
when he was 21 years old, where was he playing?
St. Pauli.
Yeah.
Bundesliga 2.
He scored 7 goals in 26 games.
Brian, the argument is just quickly, Brian. The argument is, and I think it's a legitimate argument, is that he's currently not good enough to lead the line for Manchester United.
I don't disagree with that. I just want to make that point really clear.
It doesn't mean he can't be a backup. It doesn't mean that we can't develop him. But should we look at an alternative player in that position that's more experienced? I don't
disagree with that. What I disagree with is when people go overboard and are like, so the guy got 11, I think, non-penalty goals for Manchester United last season in the league. He was our top Champions League top scorer with 5 goals. He is clearly not completely useless. He can score goals. In a dysfunctional team, the lowest scoring Manchester United team in history, and he wasn't taking pens. Like, who was providing? Bruno Fernandes, our top creator. No, I'm just trying. I'm like, people are, though. I'm just trying to lay it out for you that people, because when we sign a good striker, because at some point we will sign a good striker, right? Of course. Law of averages, we'll sign a good striker. Bro. And when the rest of the team is not set up, you guys are going to be saying the same things. You have to be balanced in your takes. It's not, you don't have to always be so extreme and be like, yeah. I'm not even talking about you guys, Ange. I'm saying what I'm seeing in the comments and what I see on Twitter. People go so far overboard, and because I don't know why, maybe I don't understand the whole Rasmus hate thing. I'm the same way with Xerxes. I'm like, okay, he needs time too. Both of them need time. You sign young strikers. You see what it looks like.
You're right. And while they're developing, go get a veteran striker who can score goals. like everything you're saying, is I hear that.
25 plus.
Don't get a veteran striker while they're developing.
All I'm saying is this, yeah. Me personally, that veteran striker, I don't know how much it's going to cost. And me personally, what they're looking at.
Loan.
Wait, just really quickly, what they're looking. Oh, loan. Oh, sorry. Loan. Veteran striker on loan. Right now, I don't know what options would there be. The reason what I was saying before with the Højlund thing, just to wrap it up, because like I said, I do agree it's a pointless argument. My main thing was just to say that I think it's a bit unfair that what Ryan said, just to touch on, is a dysfunctional team. All the players that you named that could do a better job, that could improve us into the next transitional phase of what we're going to go and that could improve if we're going to play football, I agree with. But at least give this guy an opportunity to see if he can actually do it. Because all you've seen up to this point is dysfunctionality. So if you're judging every single person that's come in dysfunctionality and you're saying, if you haven't performed, then you're not good enough when we're playing better, I just think that's a little bit silly. And maybe fair enough, Højlund's not good enough to lead us. I didn't expect him to. We were supposed to get a seasoned striker. And what you're saying, a veteran, instead of loaning, we should have already acquired him. And he should be here already where Højlund's learning from. He never had that. Martial was supposed to be that and he was injured half the time. So that's why I have grace for him. I agree with people saying he might not be good enough, but I just think like what Brian said, some of it is a bit too much. You need to relax. Like,
Listen, I think for me, that the 210s here is where we need to talk about as well, because with creativity, you will then see at least chance creation. Therefore, then we can say, right, if they're not having chances and they're not scoring them goals, they have clear-cut chances, then we can be annoyed. We've been linked with some 10s, Kvaratskhelia, Mamouche, who can play striker and winger. What you might say, we've got also Konya, who's been linked with United as well. But that Kvaratskhelia news, man, that was something that I was like, yo, I was excited about, man. When I seen that, bro, guys, I was genuinely like, life is good, man. When I see that news, even though the source wasn't great, bro, man, like,
he's a $100 million player. Napoli they'll ask for top dollar.
Bro, that is broski. You have to play that money though, man. For a player of his quality.
I think in the number 10 positions, like we can find value.
There's so many players.
With so many players, bro. We don't have to spend $100 million on a number 10. Listen, Kvaratskhelia would be a dream. Like he's fantastic. I think we talked about this yesterday too, Brian. Like I think he's a fantastic player. But I don't think we need to spend upwards of 70-80 million on a number 10 or number 10. So you can find players who can do that job, right? And do it well for much less. And this is where Ineos because we're all scouring our minds for players we know, right? to sort the issue out. Whereas Ineos, I'm sure they are, and Ruben Amorim, I'm sure they're already in the works identifying players who will fit those positions. You feel me? Like striker, the number 10. We probably need another player who can play as an 8. We need wing backs. So I think all these things are going to happen. I think we'll get a number 10. I think we'll get a striker this summer. I think we'll get a wing back next summer. You know, the question is, because of this current season, right? Or in this current season, can we get maybe one loan deal just give the team like a little lift? Obviously we're not going to get 2 or 3 players, but just one player to give us a little lift going into the second half of the season. I think it would be really good for us.
Just on that, like we've invested a lot in Mason Mount. I think the manager's going to want to persist with him.
I agree.
Like I don't think we're going to spend more money in that. Like, so Bruno's our captain. We just offered him a new contract, so he's going to play.
A sitting player, you know, man. I've got a feeling, you know, he might end up being that role. Where he's physically too weak to play in that role, man. He'll get pushed off the ball way easily. I just don't trust him in that. Defensively, he's a liability in that role. Like, I agree. So yeah, we've got Bruno in that role. In that 10 role, I'm sorry to cut you off. We have a habit of not getting the ball to Bruno. So that's why the manager said, yo, he wanted to feel the ball. So he said he was itching to get hold of the ball. So that's
what else did he say?
That's a great point.
What did he say after that?
I've loved just on that. So I've loved this is what I've loved about Amorim in his first week. He's been able to correctly identify some of our issues with the individuals and as a team. So the first thing he said back to your point before, was that we lack athletes in the team. So he spoke about that's what he said to Gary Neville. And the second thing he said is we give away the ball too much. And then with Bruno, he said he's always looking for the Hollywood ball or the long ball. He talked about Bruno always looking for the long ball. So he's been correctly. Now he just needs to fix it. Like I didn't think Ten Hag was able to identify the problems with that team. He never spoke about Bruno losing the ball too much and keeping the ball. So I've enjoyed that part of it. But I think we're going to persist in those areas. I think he is desperate for a left wing back. That's what is very clear, yeah? He's been talking, like he spoke about it. There's been a lot of reports around that. And I'm not sure we've got enough central defenders to play his role as well. Like I think there are more pressing needs than the number 10 roles. I think we've got enough bodies in there. I think Ahmad's wasted at right wing back. Ahmad's wasted there. He needs to be, he is the one, like the last 3-4 games, his connection with Bruno, he made Bruno a better player, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like I feel like he that connection with them, he needs to be the one making that final ball. That's the hardest ball in football. Like he can do so you can get somebody else to do the wing back role. The hardest ball in football is that final ball to the striker. He needs to be occupying those roles, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think he will eventually. I think he will play in that position eventually. But when it comes to Bruno, the reason why he gives away the ball so much is because of his lack of certain qualities. This Bruno can't do certain things is why he's making those longer passes. If you are someone that has the skill to carry, dribble, you will do that on the football pitch. But Bruno doesn't have those abilities. So what does he do? I need to get rid of the ball quickly or I'm going to lose it. So that's what ends up happening. So that's not something the manager is going to change. It's just how he is. If you change that, you change the way Bruno plays, and you're not going to get an effective Bruno because he start taking that risk with that long pass into someone running on the end of it. That's how he gets his assists. That's how he gets his chance creation. Without it, I'm not seeing Bruno doing those things that maybe someone like Odegaard does, where he links play constantly. He's like a Modric or something like that, where they're constantly receiving the ball. They're twisting players inside out. He doesn't have that skill set. He doesn't have that 360 awareness. You can't make him that. So in those 2-10 positions, Ahmad, I think, like Temi said, can play there. Menu can get to play there. The reason why I'm not like Menu too much is because he's a young guy. He's 19 years old. Again, Manchester United, we've been there before. We can't do this thing where we rely on Kobe Menu to be the star of the team. I still think we need to bring in someone because Rashford is not going to play in one of those 10 positions. Again, he has the same issues like Bruno Fernandes. He plays like as if he doesn't want to get his sneakers creased. So, in my opinion, get another player. We desperately need someone to play in that left side. That almost that whole left side for Manchester United needs new players. The left wing back, the left center back, the left 10. We need players in all those positions. That's severely lacking players who can play there. So for me, we need to. I don't think we can get a 10 this January. Maybe a left wing back, maybe a left center back. That's about.
You don't think we can get Cunha?
Not in January. Unless we're willing to pay the money. Unless we're willing to pay the money,
guys. I think for me,
I already said any player that we're linked with and it's official, do not be surprised. I told you, the manager, Lenny Euro, if these people are who they say they are, and I've told you, I put my faith in them, and I haven't been wrong so far. Whatever player that they've moved that chat, man. Whoever move that chat, man. However you think that is going to be good for the club and moving forward, you shouldn't need to worry. You've got the correct people in place. For once in like over 15 years, we just have to chill and just watch, and we can just talk and debate because we don't have to worry about it. It's not our issue anymore. We've got the correct people to worry about those things.
Yeah, we haven't had a January transfer window that was meaningful since Bruno, really.
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah.
So I mean, we've had like little. I think Igalo came in January once.
He was decent.
He was decent, but like we haven't really utilized them. This is Ineos's first January window, so we don't really know what to expect. Like, will they be aggressive?
Do you think there's money there? Do you reckon
I think honestly, I had this conversation the other day. Sorry to just quickly overtalk here. I think so because they've given him a 2.5-year deal. The way I'm looking at it is like, and remember, Ineos have this thing about what they have for the next 5-year plan for United or whatever. They ain't got really time to be messing around. If this is the guy that they've selected and they've taken him away from a job where he was going to win the league potentially, he was in Champions League to come into this mess, I don't think him not being supported wasn't going to be put down on a piece of paper. I honestly believe maybe that's why they've done a light summer and was focusing on getting the exits in the summer to have a little bit of residual for January. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're spending, me personally, innit? I'm expecting
But we did spend over 200 million euros in the summer. It's not like we didn't spend that much. And also
balance the books.
So, but also there's been reports that there's not much money. There's already there's been reports that there's not much money.
There's always reports.
No, for the summer. For the summer, there's been.
We couldn't get rid of Ten Hag, and we still done it. So,
but you know what? Though, are you mad? Do you man think we can survive until the summer though? Like,
no.
Be honest. Like, can we not survive?
Define survive.
Define survive is we don't really finish well in the Premier League, but we win the Europa League. Or do you think his squad? Do you think his squad is good enough to win the Europa League?
Yeah.
Nah, no way.
No, you generally don't think this squad is good enough to win the Europa League.
Nah, no way.
We don't have the attack to.
We have a bottom six forward line in the Premier League.
Yeah,
if I had to line up every front three, in the Premier League, I think we'd be in the bottom six, Saeed.
I think we're speaking too early, guys.
You think we're better than Saeed? You think we're better than we are? Because sometimes people do this thing about United.
Bro, but you lot have seen one training session of one game. Like,
I think we can nick a trophy. But if we're talking about okay, how about this? In the league, if we are what we currently are, I don't think we'll get top 4.
There we go.
But
simple.
If we are,
I want Europa League.
Okay, fine. I think we can nick the Europa League with this team.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I'm going to say something very selfish. I don't want Europe at all.
That's just what I'm saying, man.
No, I don't want Europe.
I want a Chelsea season. I
don't want Europe at all because I want the manager to go into next season and train the hell out of this team.
That's what preseason's for.
Nah,
it's not enough. It's not enough. Preseason is not enough.
And one game a week, isn't giving you that feeling of, you know what, like
Europe. Honestly, guys, Europe is so detrimental to the transfer window, bro. Like, like there's gonna be players that you want to get that you will not get, or players who are interested, but they're just gonna go somewhere else because
I don't know. I think that's overplayed. If I'm being honest with you, there are certain players. If you want them, like I would say, Matthias Cunha. Look at the way he was twerking for us last summer. You're telling me he won't join us without Europe? He would.
I mean, yes, yeah. I hear that.
Players there are many players, bro. Like,
bro, I agree with that. That's more of it.
We don't need Europe. Like, what's going to be the selling point to players for Europe? Oh, we have Europe. We're going to get knocked out in group stages or quarterfinal.
If you believe in the manager, if the manager backs himself, he's going to think I can do more than what Ten Hag. The reason we're thinking about Europe the way we're thinking about it is because we were so shit the last time we were in Europe.
It takes time, guys. It takes time.
It will be impossible, bro. It will be impossible to be as bad as we were last time in Europe. It will be impossible.
By the way, can we just say something? When's the last time someone who went out of Europe did well in the league? Is that some sort of thing that people are making up? Chelsea, where did they finish?
It happened to Chelsea. It happened to Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Well, Arsenal.
The season that they didn't have no Europe football, did they not have like one of the best seasons straight after?
What season is that?
What season is that?
The season that they got knocked out. They didn't have no Europe whatsoever. They had no Europe whatsoever for one season. I think they had a transfer ban as well. And then Thomas Tuchel joined straight.
When they had the transfer ban,
and Thomas Tuchel was halfway through.
Wasn't that Lampard's season?
Yeah, it was Lampard's season when they got. I think they got knocked out of Champions League. Didn't have.
They went to Champions League though.
They got knocked out. They didn't have no Champions League the following season. Hold on, let me look for it now. Before
I think the country season.
Yeah, but that's one example. It's not like it's a very common occurrence. You know?
It doesn't matter. They had a following.
What squad did they have though?
That most teams qualify for some sort of Europe because of how we have 3 competitions now. So you're not going to get that example. But my point being is that you guys are, again, United fans, we do this a little bit too much, where we put so much emphasis on transfers. You need to understand that we need to create the system. We need to create the foundation of playing. Not everything is going to be solved.
You only say that because the players aren't good enough. If the players were good enough, you wouldn't be talking about all this training and all of that. You wouldn't.
That's not true. You still need to be able to get
That's only down to the players that you've got. You would only say
no.
Can I just respond to that?
Yeah.
Just quickly. So if Amorim is a great coach, he will improve some of these players.
Facts.
He will.
Yeah.
We will over the next 6 to 12 months. Like some of them, yes, maybe they're not committed enough. Maybe they're just not good. But a lot of when Klopp came into Liverpool, he improved a lot of players in his first 12 months. And if Amorim's a great coach, which I'm not saying he is, or I'm not saying he isn't, but if he is a great coach, over the next 12 months, we'll see. I'm like, geez, hasn't this player improved so much over the last? That we'll start to say that. We'll start to see that. So the first thing is we can't spend our way out of trouble. I agree with Brian. We can't spend our way out of trouble. We have to find significant improvements within the squad. And then once we do that, we go, all right, there's a gap here, there's a gap here. Let's spend 80 million on this player because we really need it. Let's spend 90 million here. But a lot of the improvements should come within the squad. I believe that.
I agree with that. But my thing with this, like, it's for me, it's like we're Manchester United, bro. Like, if you can't handle the rigors of training, improving, and playing in multiple tournaments at the same time, you shouldn't be here. Like you just shouldn't be here. Like listen, I'm not saying we're gonna go and win the Champions League, but giving young players Champions League, especially the young players, bro, letting them have a taste of Champions League and all, like that's huge for development. Especially if you're actually like cohesive, right? I'm not even saying you have last time we were in the Champions League, we were a mess. If we're a cohesive unit, even if we don't win it, that's an experience that will make players better. Like playing at the highest level, if you're really one of those guys, will make you a better player. Like, yes, obviously I agree that you'll have more time on the training pitch, this and this and this, but like, bro, a lot of these players, we've seen them under multiple managers in different circumstances, doesn't matter. Like, if you can't handle the rigors of playing in Europe at Manchester United, you should not be there. Like, you just shouldn't be there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I genuinely think, guys, here. And guys, by the way, keep liking the video. We've got 918 people in the building. Let's get these likes up ASAP to 500. We're on 287. Come on, guys, we can do it. But I think for me, not being in Europe is detrimental because Adidas money, you lose that Champions League money. You know, the after effects of that, and there's no guarantee of being back in it as well. You need some sort of Europe, man. You know, you need some sort of European football. I want the hustle and bustle of Europa League plus the Premier League. That, you know, I want. Also, you get to see two squads as well. You get to see rotation. You get to see, you know, like, bro, like, you can't have one.
I don't see it really helping us that much. Outside of the financial aspect of it, right? Where we'll have a little bit more money and all that stuff. Cool. I completely understand that. But when the manager himself is saying, yeah, I don't have a lot of time to actually train these players. I'm going to have to do a lot of juggling to get all these players to assimilate what I want them to do. For me, I look at it, I'm like, if he's saying that, clearly it's not as much because they need to recover. You see Pep every day whining, I don't have time. My players are playing too many games. They even want to boycott playing games in the Club World Cup because of the amount of games they're playing. I'm not saying that. For me, again, Manchester United's struggles has been because they have not done the things needed on the training pitch to then perform on match day. We don't improve players. We just don't improve players. All the players that we've had, all the signings that we bring in, they come in and they stink.
That's a coaching issue.
Villa this season. Villa is a good example this season. They have Europe. It's disrupted them. It's disrupted the way they're playing because they can't handle it. You want to say it's Manchester United, but look at their form.
They don't have a squad, though. They don't have a squad, though, bro.
Oh, do we have a squad?
We have a better squad than they. We have a better squad than they do. We do.
No. We do not have. We might have numbers, but most of our squad is poor.
No, I've seen it.
The reason, Brian, here's my thing, right? I agree with your point on, you know, we haven't improved players, but that's why we have to trust Ruben Amorim to do it. Like this, like he's gonna get a whole summer to work with these players. He should be working with these players as we speak. Like, if this comes with the territory of being Man United manager.
Manager, bro.
You have to improve players while you have all these things going on.
If he does well enough to qualify for Europe, but that's not my expectation because I don't.
So
I think certain players can improve, but there's so many players that you guys, like, this fan base holds on high esteem that are not, because the fact that such big players is a problem for us. So, for example, you're saying Menu and Ahmad should play in the 210s. and both of you agree that Bruno Fernandes probably shouldn't play in the center areas. But we all know possibly Bruno should play, right? Because he's going to play. But he's going to be a deterrent. Rashford is the same.
You know who's important?
Brian, real quick though.
Now, let me just finish my point. If he comes out and starts benching these guys and playing the players you say he should play, I'm going to be more confident. But I'm not as confident right now because I know by the time he gets to be able to remove these players, it's going to be January or March, April, summertime. Then you're going to start talking, okay, we can remove Bruno, we can remove Rashford. Maybe if Ineos have a backbone, right? I think they do. But it's not going to happen now. So my confidence is low. I'm confident in Amorim. I'm not confident in the players to achieve what you're saying. Top 4 and Europa League.
Brian, those are two. I think those are two different arguments, right? I agree with you that, like, I don't think we'll make top 4 if we don't make any changes. I agree with that. I don't think we have the, I'm on. I think that my separation of the argument is here. Let's say we do qualify let's say we do win the Europa League. That's an immediate, in my opinion, that means we have improved as a team. Because if Ten Hag was still here, we know we weren't winning Europa League. You feel me? We know that wasn't going to happen. We know that wasn't going to happen. So what do you, bro? Come on. Anyway. Don't glaze over that. Don't glaze over that. No, Tammy, don't glaze over that. Let me finish my point. Go ahead. Let me finish my point. The point I'm trying to make is, if we nick a trophy like the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, I don't care. If we win the Europa League, that is a clear sign of improvement. I agree with you. That's why I clapped. That's why I want Champions League. That's why I want. If we get top 4 or if we get Europa League, that is a sign of clear improvement.
I don't see it as a clear improvement.
What?
I see that's achieving something with a dead squad.
Yeah,
because for me,
bro, you can't do that.
This squad has been operating at this squad has been operating at 40% of its capacity for the last 3 seasons. Well, this squad is not as shit as we have seen. I'm not saying this squad is a Premier. I'm not saying this squad is a Premier League. I'm not saying this squad is a Premier League winning squad. I'm just saying this squad is not as shit. It's not a 14th place in the league squad. It's not a 12th place in the league squad. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't disagree with you, but here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, right? You are seeing, the thing is, the time he's seeing players like Menu, he's seeing players like Ahmad, right? He doesn't rate Bruno like that. He doesn't rate Rashford like that. Those two, that's already 2 players in 11, right? There are other players you don't rate that will probably play. Now, if these players play, we are not going to move forward. Amorim needs to be allowed to drop these guys. If we are going to advance. I need to see it. I haven't seen it done. I rate Amorim very highly, but I'm not going to come out and do something before he's done it. When he's done it, I can then applaud him for it.
We're on the same page.
I can't applaud him. He needs to show me he can drop Bruno. He needs to show me he can drop Rashford. He needs to show me he can drop these players that are big stars that are not performing. Then play the guys we think can perform to a high level.
We are on the same page.
Until I see it, I am not going to say we can do this or this can happen.
Yeah, but the thing is, though,
the original question is, do you want Champions League? And my answer is yes. This is where this stemmed from. Do you want Champions League? Yes, I want Champions League.
Cool, no worries. Tell me one or two things really quickly. Yeah, so when I said the whole Chelsea thing, it was 2015-16 season. They finished 10th. The following season, they won the league. That they had the whole period to just focus in and just look in.
And then they changed their system to 3-4-3, and then they won 10 games in a row, and then they went on a mad one. So it was a tactical masterclass.
Cool, but they had
training and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Cool, but I'm just saying they didn't really have distractions of other competitions. They had the opportunity.
An anomaly.
I'm just giving an example. That was all. And secondly, I think again, we're glazing over this because I said this already with the Manu thing. There is no issue about people outperforming Bruno in certain positions. But then again, you're not going to rely on Manu for 15, 20 games to do a job at 10. I'm not doing that because I said this already. You ease them into this. Man, I'm moving like Jimmy Savile. You see a bit of talent, I want to expose him. Let the kid...
That is shocking. Shocking analogy. Relax with that, bro. Use any analogy in the world, bro, and you're using that stuff for Allah, bro. Oh, man. Man. And that's a timeout, bro. But Strello, don't bring none of that down here, bro. Yeah.
Oh,
That
my
WhatsApp group
goodness.
talking. What are you?
Oh,
Okay,
man.
relax. Yeah. That one there.
You're
Strello,
going to
that's
get flagged by the FBI or
strike
something.
one. Strike one, yeah. You don't do that.
Sorry.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro. We can't be talking
But you
like
understand, you get the basis of my point,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man. But yo, what the fuck?
Wait. I've been seeing something
Even
with the
Americans would
chat.
know that. You know what I'm saying? Like these American guys go that, yo.
I don't know
But,
who that is. I'll be real, but hey,
Yeah, man, bro. But no, I think for me, I think we're all just panicking as well, guys. Yeah,
I see it, and I'm like, what's going on with the fan base?
I know the fan base is panicking like mad. Like, I just feel like for me, I feel like I'm ready for suffering, guys. I don't know you guys. I'm ready to suffer. It's gonna take painful.
You know what's funny? Amran's been warning us. He's been telling us we're gonna suffer.
You're warning us, man.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? And we spoke about this last week. Is that a lot of fans treated Amorim like the savior, like the Christ come. They treated him like the savior. I'm like, slow down, man. This is a guy that's got 4 or 5 years of experience. I have faith in him. I'm not saying I don't have faith in him, but this is a guy that's got 4 or 5 years of senior experience. He's got 2-3 years of being at a mid-tier level club. Part of Amorim is we have to understand he's going to be learning on the job. Like there are things.
Yeah, sound that double A.
He's going to be learning on the job. There are teams that he's going to come up against and managers that he's going to come up against for the first time that he's going to learn on the job, and he's going to make mistakes. And we have to ride the bumps with him. And the thing is, we just have faith that he's the right man that's going to learn enough, that's going to understand the game and then improve over a period of time. Arteta learned on the job. I know Arteta's not perfect, but he was learning on the job his first couple of seasons. We might be facing the same issues with Amorim.
Fan base needs to come together, man. This whole got you type of I don't know. People are always watching that. Oh, you made an opinion. I'm going to get you with it. You didn't like Ten Hag, so now with Amorim, I'm going to watch him every second of every day. Yeah. It's like, guys, who does that benefit?
Do you think?
Are you referring to X? Are you referring to X on Twitter? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. The people like you like that. You didn't like.
But that's social media.
So now Amorim, the minute he draws a game, you need to crash out on him. It's stupid.
Yeah, go ahead, Saeed.
I just wanted to know, like, what do you want Amorim to fix, like, straight away? Is there any kind of things that you think,
ethos.
like you want? Huh?
Ethos. I want an ethos at the club again. I need the ethos. That's the main. The moment that you can create that, everything else will grow from it. That's it. Something for everyone to buy in and set a precedent that if you step out of line, it's not rule one for this person. It's rule for everyone. So everyone knows. That's the word. Accountability. Double A. Yeah. Accountability. But yeah, the ethos though for me personally.
Yeah.
No, I can't agree. I couldn't agree more.
You see Tottenham with Ange right now, right? Do they have the ups and downs with stuff? Yeah, of course. But when they are up, man, it's amazing. Right. That's what I want to feel. I want to like go into a game and we bop a team 5-0, play fantastic football.
Half the fan base want him out, Brian. Half the fan base want him gone.
He's gonna get time because of those high ups. Those high with Ten Hag, this was the problem. Yeah, we won the cups, right? But in terms of football quality, we didn't really have those high ups. There's nothing you can go back and be like, you know what? When we played against Chelsea, we played them off the park.
Yeah, facts.
You know,
facts.
we didn't have enough of that.
We had even with Ollie, we had so many of those. We had so many of those.
Fan base needs things they can look back on and be like, "Yo, that was crazy. That performance was insane." We don't have that, so we need more of that. We need more of Amorim to come in, and we go somewhere away like Arsenal, which is coming up soon. And maybe it's a little bit too early. But you put in a performance where you're kind of like you're proud of your team. I'm not proud of my team. I'm not proud of my team.
So just Brian, speaking of Ange, the one thing you have to give him credit for, and I know Toby's here, but he's persistent in what he does. Like he don't really follow the crowd. He don't really when he hears all about this, press conference, oh, you're too naive, high line, this and that. Like he says, yo, we're gonna play our way. And one thing you have to credit him is that he don't really kind of tailor towards what people's opinions are, etc.
He's not the only manager that's done that, though. You could say, bruv, Sean Dash, you know what you're going to get with Sean Dash. You know what you're going to get with Snyder Dash. Bruv, if you're a manager, you stand on business. I don't know why I'm giving the credit, man, for standing on business.
No.
Manchester United, it hasn't.
Sean, one's fighting relegation and one's in the top.
Like I said, Ange, it's easy to stand on business when you're at Spurs. You come United and try to do that crap here, brother. It's not the same thing over here. We both know it's not the same thing over here.
No, but still, you still have to do. It's still a principle, still a way of playing. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie to you. I think if he's at United, I think my United fans might actually praise him a little bit more rather than actually the opposite.
The thing is that
you see the manager Ten Hag that went away from his principles, and that's why he got him sacked. Whereas if Ange played to his principles, I don't think people would be as
he wouldn't get time because when, like what Brian said, when they're high, yeah, they're high, but when they're low, them lows at United, you know, them fans are not going to take that, bro. Like,
but that's where Ineos need to see the project that we don't see, right? Is fans can say what they're going to say. Fans are going to be. You can't trust the emotion. The emotional level of fans is all over the place.
Guys, is this real? By the way, let me just play this thing here. What the fuck is this? Sorry, I thought it wasn't real, you know.
Hi, Pep. Sorry to go off topic, but you've got a cut and apparently some others.
Yeah. With my finger here, with my nail.
That's what
I want to hurt myself. Yeah.
Okay. Pep, sorry to go off topic.
What is wrong?
I think he's
and apparently some
being
others.
sarcastic.
He's joking, fam. But
man.
Crazy. That's a crazy.
That's such a weird guy, man.
You don't joke about
I told you he's a psychopath. People didn't listen to me. He's actually not normal, man.
He deserves a timeout. You think my thing was bad? Look what you just said.
No, that's a crazy. Listen, there's a certain kind of Twitter that will find that clip and go crazy.
That is mad. I want to hurt myself. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that he shouldn't joke with stuff.
He's lost it, man.
That's crazy.
Bro.
I think
He's never been in this situation in his career.
He's never
been in this situation. If I'm honest, I think if Liverpool smack them, I think he might lose it on the pitch.
Because he normally dips at this point. That's why.
City, I'm going to say this now because City got Sporting Lisbon's director of football. It's very possible that they were going to come for Ruben Amorim. It's very possible. So I'm happy that Ineos acted because with what's going on around with City, I don't think this is not it's normal in the sense the team is meant to dip, right? But I think everything is happening at once. The 115, all the stuff happening outside the club. Pep is losing his mind, saying crazy shit. The players are are mostly cooked. De Bruyne's body is falling apart. Rodri just had an ACL. That's not something you can easily recover from.
Walker's pace is going. Walker's pace is going. Sorry, not gone, but is going.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying, bro. We need to take advantage of this situation, man. This era, man.
Saeed, what are we taking advantage of, bro? We're 12.
Bro, what are we taking advantage of?
Can I just quickly just Onana's having a really good season. I know we've slated him on here a lot of times.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the thing I love about him is he never hides from the media.
Let's not
he never
do this.
shirks the issue.
Let's not do this, please. Let's not do it. I just want to skip past this because I don't want to get angry. Let's not.
Come on, let's give him credit. Just give him credit.
It's not a good thing, man. Because
Listen, that save he made against the lap was one of the best saves I've seen in this Premier League.
You don't think he's had a good season, Trevor?
Dude, I can show you highlights. I can show you real highlights of David De Gea. Let's not do that, bro. Let's not,
bro. Relax yourself, man.
You're saying relax.
About David De Gea, bro.
No, do you know what it is? I don't like this whole thing about because he's doing well now. It's ha. We're not doing that. My thing is this. I said at the time, De Gea wasn't an issue to get rid of him. We should have focused that area.
Oh my God, bro. He's left, bro. We have to move on, man.
Cool. But the same way we're going to...
De Gea hasn't moved on, though.
No worries. Let's move on.
He's still subtweeting.
This just goes back to what I said. The goalkeeping position is not the area we need to focus on right now. There's so many other places that need to be fixed, and that's where I was coming from.
Yeah, I was probably his biggest critic, but listen, he's playing well, bro. Like, I don't know, like I'm not one of these people who like stick to my like. If I was wrong, I was wrong. Listen, I thought he couldn't handle the pressure. He's looking like he can handle the pressure. Like, and
he's been very.
De Gea is one of my favorite players. Literally, like he's one of my favorite players over the past decade. But he's gone, bro. Like, listen, enjoy your time. Enjoy your time at Fiorentina, bro. We needed a goalkeeper with good feet. De Gea didn't have good feet, bro. So just eras come to an end, bro. He had his time. He was amazing, and now he's not. Let's move on.
Tell me. Regardless of if you're saying if he's here and here, yeah, no qualms that he's gone. Thank you for the memories, my guy, because you did need to go. No worries. But my thing is this: at that current juncture, I don't think the massive issue was.
We're 2 years. Wait. We're 2 years removed now.
The keeper's come, done terrible. Then he's now started to do well, and everyone's going, "Oh, he's doing okay now," or whatever. For me, you have to facilitate the credit in the bank that you don't have for what you've done up the first season when you came here. That's all I'm saying. You're doing well right now, no worries at all. But I'm not running to the hills.
Stella,
and it's like all of a sudden everyone's running to the hills of it. Like, relax, he's doing okay, no worries. That's it. That's all. That's it.
So Stella, I hear your point, but the thing is, I'm not saying our opinions of Onana at the start were wrong. It's that he's improved a lot in the last 12 months.
It's proved, yeah.
That's what's been really good to see. And the other thing is, the other big difference between him and a lot of players in our team is they hide from the media. They shirk the issue.
Yeah.
If they're not playing well, they don't want to take any accountability. Onana will come up and front up and say, yes, I made a mistake. It's my fault. I'm going to improve. Like, he'll never shirk the issue, man. Like, that's what I like. He's a leader, man. He never hides. He never shirks the issue. And that's why you see him improving.
No, and if there's one person, because
that's why we see him improving. And that's what I really like about him.
Yeah. So I was just going to say, if we take Bruno out of the team, he was one of the players that I would say probably should make captain outside of maybe De Ligt and Martinez. We need players like that, like you said, that can stand up and take pressure. Like, Ole talked about this when he left Manchester United. So many players didn't want to take the captain armband. Like, those guys are still at the club, fam. Like, they're still here. That's why I'm just like, I know Amorim is going to do well, but there's so many players I don't trust. Like, I'm seeing people doing revisionism on Rashford. They're doing revisionism on Bruno. Like, it's constant. Guys,
let's talk about
best players. We need to move them on.
Can we talk about the left back role? Because Amorim has shortlisted, or not, the club apparently has shortlisted 3 left backs for Man United. Kirkes, the Alphonso Davies, and Theo Hernandez.
Yeah, I think that Davis.
I'd be happy with either 3. I'll be real. Obviously, I would say
Davies.
Theo Hernandez would probably be my number 1 pick. Then Davies, then Kirkes. But listen, all 3 of them are good players. So
tell me, out of curiosity, why Theo Hernandez is your first?
I just think he has a bit more technical ability than the other 2. Nothing like, obviously Davies is the better athlete. You know what I mean? He's the better athlete. But listen, if either or, I'm telling you, this is not like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's a good problem to have if we get any of these 3. But I just like his technical ability a bit more. But listen, Alphonso Davies would be a fantastic option. Milos Kirkes would be a good option. Like, I don't know if y'all remember when we played Bournemouth. I think it was the Bournemouth away game, bro. He smoked us.
Yeah, he smoked
us. Oh my days, he was so good, bro.
He has a lot of energy. I just worry about like stepping up to a team like Manchester United.
Exactly. It's like, I think this position, similar to what I was talking about with the striker, I think we need a proven player in this position. Like, I think it's critical. You know what I mean? Like, Davies, if we get him, fantastic. Theo Hernandez, if we get him, fantastic. Because these guys have been playing at the highest level for such a long time, and they're young. Like, I think Theo is like 26.
26. I think it's 26, yeah.
And then Davies is 24, right? So, like, we're getting
and he's on a free. He's out of contract.
And he's on a free
in January.
And he's on a free. Like, the Davies is probably the most likely option because he would be the most cost effective, just in terms of, like, we don't have to pay
Well, you're gonna have to offer him. What you would have to offer him in salary? I hear what you're saying.
Listen, 200K, man. 200K. Yeah. Come chill with us, man. 200K.
I mean, the reason why I want Davis, is because he's like the left back version of Kyle Walker for me. He gives you that like speed, security, the recovery pace. So like, maybe for what he lacks in the defensive qualities, he can get back enough to stand somebody up, so it kind of reduces the cutback and it also reduces the attack on their side as well.
Yeah.
So that's
Tails rapid too. Tails rapid too, bro. He's not Alfonso. He's not Alfonso Davies, but
Alfonso Davies. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but he's got a lot. He's
Tails like I say space is like
pace.
prime Shaw without the leg break, something like that.
Not
He's
sure.
a bit faster.
I think he's a bit pasty than that. I think he's a bit.
I think
He's a bit fast. He's pretty quick. He's pretty quick.
He's nippy, you know.
Yeah, he's pretty quick.
That's a nippy.
So does that mean Delo and Mazraoui compete for the other wing back position?
Yes, please.
And Ahmad as well? Or
No,
Everyone's flip-flopping at Dalo. I don't get this on this, bro.
Ahmad will eventually start playing that number 10 position.
Do you know what it's like with Delo? Delo will play well, yeah, when he's playing right back, yeah, and then he gets asked to play left back, yeah, and then he's playing all these consecutive games, and then when he finally goes back into right back, yeah, he's not done as well as Mazraoui, and then everyone's now judging him like this. I've already seen it. Like he's one of our only players that's actually developed over the course of 2 years, I would say. Yeah, I think he's a good player, but for now, me personally, I would say hold bench for now and start Mazraoui and combat that, and let's actually see what happens, because you've never really had real competition for that spot up till now. So if everyone's fit, I want to see competition for places. So that's why I would say I'll go over Mazraoui than Delo for now. But I don't think the hate that he's getting right now is like warranted. It's not.
I think you're right. Just quickly on Mazraoui, I think he starts every week because he can play so many positions. 100%. And the thing is, he's a smart footballer. Like he just understands the game, man. Like he just knows space and where to be. Whereas other players, they look lost and they'll make dumb decisions. Mazraoui's he's smart, he's mature, and he's like emotions on the pitch. They're never too high, never too low. Like he's a pro's pro. He's one of our better signings over the last 10 years, man.
Oh my goodness, he's got to be like top 3 or 4 signings we've made. Like,
and we know why Bayern let him go.
He's actually better than I thought he was.
Pound for pound, he might be like if we're talking about value for money.
I think you're right.
For what?
Bayern didn't let him go because of footballing abilities. Bayern let him go for other reasons. You know, they didn't let him go because he wasn't a good footballer. They let him go for other reasons, and their loss is our game, man.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, for me, we could get free Angel Gomez, free left back in Davies, bro. We don't have to spend money, man, in that kind of regards, man.
You see that Angel Gomez, yeah? Like, you know, if he was to play the 10 in our system, don't you think it's a similar position where you obviously want Ahmad, you know?
No, he can play on the left. He can play on the left.
He can play on the left.
In that regards.
He can play on the left. He can play on the right.
I'm saying, where would you prefer? I know it's not where he can play. I'm like, where would you prefer him in our system to play? Because that's what I would want. Besides,
left 10, left number 10. Yep.
And who'd be the right 10?
Ahmad.
No, mainly.
That's not bad.
Or
rotation.
It's just rotation. For me, it's more so of a. You just need really good players in those. Like you need like 3 or 4 good players in those positions, right? Like that's where our real issue is. Is like, okay, I could say Ahmad, Menu, Mount is at a dip probably, right? Ericsson is at a dip, yes. You know what I mean? So yeah, we just need to improve. Like we'll improve the first 11, right?
Yeah.
And by improving the first 11, you improve the bench. You feel me? So that's what we need to be aiming for. And we have, hopefully, Ineos will do this, but we have been so bad at utilizing the free agent market, bro. It's been scary. Like teams like Inter, who are spending significantly less than us, have been way more successful simply because they just use the free agent system, right? Oh, I need a veteran in this position. Or go get Marcus Thuram, or excuse me, or go get Child Noglu, or whoever it is, right?
Real Madrid are the best at it.
Yeah. Madrid, like it's just Madrid do it.
Madrid, Aston Villa just done it, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Aston Villa as well. They did it very well.
Aston Villa.
Who do they do it with?
They got Camara. They got Tielemans. I'm sure they've gotten even more than that. They got maybe 2 more players on the free.
Did they not get on a free from Everton, or did they pay a transfer for it?
That's a good question. I think they paid a transfer fee.
Even Ross Barkley as well.
Ross Barkley, yeah.
Rate him like that.
Exactly. Like,
well, free transfer. Listen, there's a whole market out there. Like, you know, Jonathan David, dare I say, is free next year as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's options out there, man. But ultimately, you know, with what we're doing next summer, left back is a priority, though, man. Dude, what do you think? By the way, what do you think of Quenda today? By the way, Quenda tonight.
Not he will struggle in the Premier League. I'm sorry, but he's a good player. But he's 19.
He's 17.
17.
You guys will cook him. You guys will kill him. You guys will kill him. No. Sorry. Tell me, Andrew. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the fans.
No.
They will kill him. Like, he's not overrated.
How is he overrated? Wait, hold on. Let me stop this. That just annoyed me for whatever reason. How is a 17-year-old who is playing at the highest level, overrated? Like, what?
It's the way our fan base is talking about him. It's the way our fan base is talking about him. Where he's going to cost upwards of 60 million euros, and you want to buy it.
Listen, if they want to put slapping 80 million price tag on him, fine. Then he's overrated. You know what? Cool. You know what I mean? Like, but in terms of you can see the quality, bro. Like, you can see, like, he's 7, bro. I don't think people understand, bro. This kid can't even drink. Like, bro, like, he can't even drink. He can't do it. He probably just learned how to drive last year, bro. Like, and he's playing against big Arsenal in the Champions League. Against, like, come on, Man City the other day. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, Tammy. If you bring him in to Manchester United, you know what the pressure is like. You know what people are going to be like. If you bring him in,
the pressure wouldn't be high if we did a good deal for it. Like, if we spent 35 million on him. Yeah, right? The pressure is not going to be there. Because even think about Ahmad, right? We spent
Malacia.
There's no pressure on Malacia. Also,
Malacia. Why am I saying his name like Malacia? Sorry, my bad. Malacia. I'm thinking some Ever or something. No, we bought it for 15 million. We bought it for 15 million, no, and everyone's been getting onto him. Like, bro, he's a whatever signing, and people have been getting onto him.
But they're not getting onto him because of quality. They're getting onto him because he can't stay fit. You know what I mean? It's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
I think they were getting onto him way before that. Before he couldn't stay fit.
You're right. Let me. I have an explanation for that. He played that first season. He played really well, right? The last image we really have of Malacia is him fucking up in the Europa League. That's the last image every single fan has of him. Is Sevilla? We're up 2-0. He makes that big mistake. We give up that lead, and then we give up that tie. That's everyone's lasting memory of Malacia. Yeah, absolutely,
man.
Absolutely.
When I think of Malacia, I think of when he locked up Salah.
I agree. No, listen, I think he's a good player. But I'm saying, like, to answer your question about to answer your question about the fan base, like, the last real moments we remember of him were not good moments. It was the Europa League. It was the Europa League where we were up 2-0. We're trying to get to the final, and then he sold the bag. He sold the bag.
Yeah. But I also remember playing really poor that game. Like, we had
I know. We were up 2-0 like the 80th minute.
That situation.
But no one's worried about Malacia, bro. No one's worried.
The point being is there's room for young players. I have no issue signing a young, talented player. But we need to bring in a certain age range to stabilize the club. We know what our foundation is. We know what our quality level is. You're bringing in a young player here. While he's very talented, you're going to see performances like this. Like Foden last season. He won Player of the Season. He's been shit this season. Completely. And nobody's talking about it. Then this is Phil Foden, who's supposed to be the next gas going.
That's exactly right. No one talks about it. Like, you get away with murder at City. If Foden... the thing is, Pep would take out Foden for 3 months in the last 2-3 years, and no one would notice. But if you're a Man United player and you're supposed to be the best young English talent, and that happened to you at United,
because no one cares. No one cares.
No one gives a shit. Jack Grealish had the same stats as Anthony last season, bro. Go and check.
No one gives about.
Go check. No one says nothing. Everyone was getting onto Anthony for being was as was as he is. No worries at all. £100 million player, Premier League proven, had the exact same stats as Anthony. No one said a word. Bro, we know what the territory comes with, but it is what it is, isn't it?
I mean, no. Listen. Jack Grealish is still a proper player. No. Listen, I'll take Jack Grealish tomorrow.
There's no comparison.
Not this version of what Pep has stumped into. If I'm being honest, I would take Jack Grealish that was at Villa But this Jack Grealish
Oh, we'll
at
unleash
City,
him. We'll unleash him. We'll unleash him, bro. We'll unleash him, bro. Pepper's turned him into a.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
Jack Grealish. If he had come to Manchester United, bro, when he was supposed to come to Manchester United, he would have been a revolution at Manchester.
You know, we would have given him the foundation to do his
You see
thing.
what we're doing with Garnacho? You know how we just let Garnacho just do
Hey,
let Garnacho do whatever he wants? Like you just go, bro. Imagine Jack Grealish just with free roam to do whatever.
I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. Now that I look back on it, I don't think so, bro.
You are smoking big budge. That man was different. That man was different.
Let me just get this super chat here. Big up to Rarel from big up to you, man. I don't think Davis will come to us, unlike Euro, his established player who probably want to play for a team that's compete for titles.
Listen,
Time of the year, bread talks.
I think he's going to Real Madrid, but if we will be there, we will be there.
We have to be there. Just like Amorim, we have to be there. We have to be
there.
So I think he's looking for. I think he's going to go to the highest bidder. That's my view on it. I think he wants the person.
I hear that.
And because he's on a free transfer, we can offer to give him a big pay. Like, what's that fee they pay you? Like a signing on bonus. Yeah, we'll give him a big signing on. We'll give him a big signing on bonus, and then so it doesn't stuff up our wage structure.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys. Sorry, go. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like, what if you were to like pick profiles, like, because I think for me it's not always about names in it, but like if you had to pick like your top, how many do you reckon we could get signings if someone just give me a number? Everyone, give me a number.
Five.
Okay, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna give you all 200 million to spend. Yeah, give me your 5 signings.
I don't even
everyone just write it down right now.
I've got change for PJ.
Okay. Everyone in the chat, yeah, you get along. So you've got 200 million to spend. Okay. So I'm thinking now, okay, cool. Right, I'm gonna pick my first signing. He's gonna cost around about I reckon 50. Davies is free.
We might all say the same thing.
Nah, I doubt it.
Guys in the chat, you got 200 million to spend. You know what? They're gonna ask for more than that. That's 110. Right, okay. Shit, I need a striker, man. Oh. So that's 110. I've got 40 million left.
I wonder how much they would get.
You know what? Yeah. That's it.
That's not realistic.
Yeah, that's yeah. I got that. I spent my 200 million, guys.
I know. I'm still thinking.
You guys in the chat, let me know yours as well. Yeah, I had to do a little bit of math. So I'll go first, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Mamouche will cost me 50 million. Dave is going to be free. Branthwaite is going to cost me.
That was my first two, bro.
Sign on fee. You got quite for it.
Bro, we don't do all of that stuff. That's not down to us, innit? That's not down to us, yeah? That's not down. So Dave is free. Branthwaite 60 million. That's 110, yeah? Edison is going to cost us 50 million. Yeah? I spent 160 million now. Okay? And then I've got 40 million left. Mateus Cunha for 40 million. So that's my 200 million, guys. Ange, what are you saying? Ange, you got one?
Mine, but I love your Mamouche.
So I
haven't finished mine, but I will.
And you know what?
I loved your Mamouche. I think he'd be great for us.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Edison 3, 50, 70, Cunha and Frimpong 40 million. Okay. Cunha for 40. Now we can get him, man. Trust me. Don't worry, man. We got this.
Whatever you say, boss.
Anyone ready? Anyone else ready?
How much did he say for Cunha?
40.
How much did he say for Cunha?
I could
They
go
paid 50 million
50.
for him.
50 for Brandford.
They paid 50 million for him.
Sorry?
Yeah, Cunha is going to be a lot more than
They
that.
paid 50 million.
Oh, okay.
They paid 50
I'll go
million for
Brandford
him, and-
50. Okay. Brandford 50, Cunha 50. Say no more.
Can we get Pogba on a free?
Whatever you want to do. Brothers, what's this, man? It's 200 million, guys.
It's not as easy as you think, sir.
Not as easy. Okay, I got a little some here. Okay, we'll go Alphonso Davies, free signing.
Yeah.
We'll go Ederson from Atalanta for 60 million. I think we could get him for 60 million.
60 million. Yeah.
He can play that number 8 position next to Ugarte or next to Casemiro. We'll just go and get the manager's guy. We'll go and get Gyökeres for. I think he has a release clause of 70. Is it? I think it's 70 million. Is his release clause? That's 130. You feel me? At the striker position, I don't know if people are gonna like this one, but Premier League proven. Go and get Alex Isak, man. Go and get Alex Isak. Like, go and get Alex Isak. I think they got him for 70 million. I think we can get him for I think we could get him for right around 75 million. So that would make it we'd have just under 20 million.
I don't know about that price.
I don't know about 75 million, yo.
Oh, then we could get him for 75?
I think you can get for 75, bro.
Nah, man.
We could get him for 75, bro. We could get him for 75.
It's not 75.
I want to see if you can get for 75. Dead off, you can get for 75.
And then we'll do a free transfer.
75.
Free transfer. I mean, and then we got Hoyland for 70. We got Hoyland for 75 because we're idiots, not because of no other reason.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then free transfer will go number 10, Angel Gomez. I think that's 5, right?
Yeah.
5.
Okay, cool, perfect. Brian, you're next. Anyone else? Oh, Brian, no, you're not ready.
Okay, I'll go. Davies obviously for free. Instead of Brian Smith, I'm going for Hanko from Feyenoord for 35 million. Edison, 50 million for Atalanta.
Yeah.
Cunha at 50 million. I think there'll be bonuses, but 50 million pounds at base. Then Gyökeres for 65 million pounds. That's why
so Hanko, Gyökeres, Edison, Davies, and the other one is
Hanko, Gyökeres, Edison, Cunha. That's the 5. Davies, Hanko, Edison, Cunha, Gyökeres.
Okay, cool. Estrella, what are you saying?
Davis on free, Inacio for about 40 million, Edison for about 50. And then I was gonna put Isak as well in my one as well for about 70, 75 million at a push.
Delusional. But go on. And that's it.
It was either Isak or Cunha, and I put Cunha at 50, and I was like, they got him for that 50, so it won't be that realistically.
So is that 4? So Isak.
So Davis, Inacio, Edison, Isak, and I put down me personally, Victor Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen. How much is that for?
30 mil.
I don't think it'd be that expensive. No, I don't. No, Saeed, I don't.
Hey, Saeed, go check. Saeed, go check. That's how much they wanted for. That's how much they wanted.
Are you sure, man?
Go and
check. The price is real. I don't want him as a player though.
The price is legit.
Like
40 million euros or so.
You can get him for cheap. His stock is crashed.
30 million, bro. Everyone's gonna. By the way, why are you getting 4 strikers? By the way, what the heck is this, man?
What do you mean 4 strikers?
How many strikers have you got there? Gyökeres, what do you say? Isak and
I said Davis, Inacio, Edison. So defender, midfielder, and then I got Isak, who's a striker, and I got if I couldn't get Isak, it was gonna be Osimhen and Cunha.
Oh, okay. So if you can't get Isak, Osimhen or Cunha. Okay.
Yeah. Did you take yours?
No, I haven't. So I've got a bit of a mix of everybody's, but I really like Mamouche. I would get him for sure in one of the forward line positions. Davies, $15 million sign-on fee. Mamush was about 60 million. No one's mentioned Victor Boniface.
Good player. Good player.
He's a decent. What are you putting your head down for, Saeed? You're not a fan?
He's a decent player, bro.
He's a Nigerian or something. What we doing here?
No, he is Nigerian.
He's Nigerian.
What's wrong with Nigerians?
Ryan,
He's a good player.
These are good players, you're laughing. These are good players.
Wait, let's hold on. Boniface or Osimhen?
Yeah,
I would take Osimhen. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'll take Osimhen.
Of course, bro. What we doing here, man?
I don't know, bro. Osimhen is mid, bro.
But see, Boniface has that thing with strikers I don't like, which is that his legs and his waist, he doesn't run in the way that you would be able to get away from players. He's a bit too static for me. That's why I have an issue with him.
He's strong though.
He's strong, but he doesn't move.
All strong.
He doesn't move. He doesn't move. That's the thing. That's the issue. And in the Premier League, he's gonna get get found out. He doesn't move. That's my only thing.
And the other two were Edison and Inacio.
Guys, did anyone put theirs in the chat? Anyone in the chat, guys? Have you put anyone here? Gyökeres, Osimhen, Cunha, Davies, Bastoni. Anyone else put any? Morgan Rogers, 50. Gyökeres, 70.
You're 30.
Edison, 40. Davies, free signing, bonus 10 million. Okay, cool. Again, what the heck, man? Davies, Eze, Andy Diouf, Osimhen. Nah, you're taking a piss, bro.
Listen,
you don't
we need to.
Dale Hernandez, Bradford, Baleba, Wirtz, Cunha.
Brian, do you know what it is? He don't watch African Cup of Nation because of his country, innit?
Yeah. Boniface, Nigerians are onto him.
No, listen. The strikers, they're all overrated, but realistically, is like, I don't want any of them. But like Osimhen, bro, when people were talking, I remember when United fans were like, bring Osimhen to United, I was like, y'all are burnt out. Y'all are burnt out. 100 million for that, brother?
We know.
What do you mean? He's not worth 100 million. He wasn't worth 100 million, huh?
No, I don't know. Whoever bought him for 100 million at that time was going to get
they were going to get sacked. Bro, he is not, bro. That brother cannot control a football, bro.
They were hoping the Saudis. They were hoping the Saudis would pay up.
Yeah, they were hoping the Saudis would do it, bro.
And then it didn't work out.
I think Napoli missed out, bro. They should have been marketing him.
They should have sold him ages ago.
They should have sold about 75 mil, man.
He should have sold ASAP.
How much? They paid a lot. They paid a lot for him from the French league. They paid like 70 million or something.
They paid a lot for him, yeah.
Yeah,
he won them a league.
Eze's not a shout because I'll be honest, he's a good player, but what he's going to cost you, especially in that position, you can find something cheaper and younger.
If we're buying anybody for left hand,
he's 26 already.
It has to be Cunha.
Eze.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
He's a baller, but what he's going to cost you for him to get out of Crystal Palace, it don't make sense.
Don't disrespect Lukaku, man. They said Osimhen is the right foot of the. Don't disrespect.
Don't do that. Don't disrespect
Lukaku, man.
Don't do that. Some Ghanaian boys in the chat, man. Don't do that.
Don't disrespect Lukaku, man. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Now, all in all, yeah, go on.
I was going to say I was kind of worried about Brian Sweet being a signing now because of what Amorim needs for his wide centre backs. He needs them to progress the ball.
Yeah,
and Brian Sweet is not.
Did you say you're worried about it?
For that. Yeah, I'm worried. I don't think that profile fits unless you're going to play him in the center. That's the only thing. I don't think he'd be good for the left centre back option. Off the ball, sure, but on the ball,
he could cover the wide areas. I thought
he can, but on the ball,
help cover the wide.
On the ball, that's why I'm concerned because he's not really the best.
We're gonna struggle to progress the ball with him, yeah.
So that's why I went for Hanko. Look at his numbers in terms of ball progression. It's very similar to Martinez, if not better.
Did he play well? Did he play well? Obviously, they conceded 3 goals.
I didn't watch the game. To be fair, but
let me know if anyone in the chat was watching Hanko tonight.
He scored the equalizer today.
Yeah.
Question: are any of you not looking into too much of what Amorim said about Luke Shaw?
What did he say?
What did he say?
About
he said he loves him.
He said he loves him and that he needs to like basically protect him and look after him and stuff like that. Like he's obviously at this current juncture.
Luke Shaw's listen, I'm gonna keep telling you, every manager that comes in and watches Luke Shaw is like, damn, he's techie, he can play. Like it's gonna happen every time. Like
exactly.
He's got tech, so it's like no manager's gonna see him train and be like, oh, this guy can't play. Like The man's a hooper, so it's just
No,
like
no,
you just can't stay fit.
But then you got to make that penultimate decision to be like, yeah, he's a techie baller, but I need consistency over techie. Like, bro, I need to be available.
When he plays well, bro. It's an injury thing. It's an injury and application thing. It's not a quality thing.
Martinez is trash.
I'm too tired of having too many players in the squad like Luke Shaw. I want more players like Mazraoui. Like, you give me a solid 7, 8. Oh no, a solid 7 most times.
He's 8, bro. He's giving you 8 now, man. He ain't
Yeah,
blow.
he's giving us 8. But on average, I'm just saying, I'd rather a consistent performer who does the application rather than someone that does up and down. I'm tired of up and down. Give me consistency and pause for that as well. Why?
Estrella, I'd like you to go watch Hanko. He reminds me a lot of Mazraoui. Hanko. Yeah, just check him out because I really wanted him last summer, and he was going to go to Atletico Madrid. He's at Feyenoord now, but he plays left back, left center back. Obviously, I like him. He's like this well-rounded footballer. It's not going to be super expensive. I'm like, it's worth taking the risk for because I don't know Everton. We'll see what they say for Brian.
Whilst we're talking about transfers, what do you guys think? Amorim said he's going to have the final say on transfers. Is that the right approach?
Did he say that?
He did say that. He did say that, but he didn't say it like that. He said he has the final. Basically, he's the coach. The manager should have the final say. Or
should
whatever.
have the final say. Like he said.
Yeah. My thing is this: to a degree, obviously, to show a strong front, you're gonna say that. But like we all know, there's a structure there. I think all it is that everyone has to come to a common consensus for a decision to be made, rather than be one party. Because I don't believe they're gonna get rid of Ten Hag.
Yeah, what's not gonna happen is he's gonna say, "I want 80 million for Anthony," and that happens. Like that's
No.
Those days are over. Like I do think he's gonna say, hey, I like this player, I like this player, I like this player. They're gonna look at the players they've scouted, you feel me, and then find some
it's a collaborative approach,
some sort of happy medium, which I like. I don't have an issue with a collaborative approach. You feel me? Like the issue we've had, honestly, is we've enabled almost the opposite. Like we've enabled managers too much, and then when they needed to be enabled more, we backed away. For instance, like we give Mourinho a lot of money. We give Mourinho a lot of money, and then when he needs the next step, we back off. You feel me?
The thing is, we're not going to be signing. I think you're right. We're not going to be signing a Casemiro, a 29-year-old on 60 million. Like if you think about that deal, it's one of the worst deals in history. 60 million pounds for a 29-year-old.
I think he was top for one season. He was like our best player, but yeah, you don't pay that for a 29-year-old.
I think it was 70 million, was it not?
We helped Real Madrid with Varane and Casemiro. We helped Real Madrid build a new generation of players. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to do that again. But I think if it doesn't suit the club's long-term needs, like if he's not, we're not going to sign a 30-year-old. If it doesn't, I don't think we'll do it. But I think he was saying, I'm not going to sign a player that I don't want on my team. So if they say, hey, we want you to sign this guy, and he says, no, I don't want him in my team, I don't think they'll sign him because there's no point of doing that. So.
I think if we keep having windows like the one we had this past summer, I think we'll be in a good spot. Like we signed some marquee players, right? Yeah. That's 60, like right at that 60. Like Ugarte was 60 million, I think. Euro was he right 60? 50 something.
I think it's less than that. It's less than 50 million.
40 something rising to 50.
So I think if we, because remember when Man City started their little journey, like they weren't spending 100 million. Like that started recently. That was like a recent thing. They were spending like 50, 40, 45, and supplementing the squad that way, but still getting good players. So I think that's what we're going to be doing.
Did we have a good window though? Did we have a good most recent? Would we classify that as success?
I think we did have a good window. I do.
It wasn't necessarily so much the acquisitions. I think we got the right positions. We got assist in the right positions.
I think we did have a good window.
And Mazraoui,
15 million for Mazraoui is insane.
100%. Mazraoui is a success. Who else is a success?
The Ligt
will be.
The Ligt has been good. Has he not been good?
I think it's been good.
He looks cumbersome. He just looks cumbersome on the ball. His turns really slow. Like I think he's got unfair criticism, but I wouldn't classify him as success. Is he going to be a part of it?
I think for the fee we paid, I don't think it's a bad signing. You paid
No.
35 million
And
for him.
he's still very young, like 50 million. If I'm not
No, no.
mistaken.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
man.
Wait, real quick. Let me answer. Let me try and. Delic has sell on value. Like, let's say Delic, we could still sell him for that. In my opinion, for that, he's 24,
Yeah, I know.
25.
Yeah.
So, and then Xerxes obviously remains to be seen. Euro, one of the best young center backs, right? Who was highly coveted by Madrid. We have to wait and see. But if he hits, let's say he becomes a starter at 20, right? That automatically makes the window amazing. Who else am I missing? From the window? Ugarte, right? Who's coming along? You know what I mean? So if we keep on, obviously, we're not going to hit on every signing. We're not gonna hit on every signing. But if we keep on finding those little gems like Mazraoui's, if we can do that every one or two of those gems plus the 50 million pound, like we will be good. I'm not saying we're gonna go 5 for 5 or 6 for 6 on every signing each summer, but I think it's more of the methodology that I liked, if that makes sense, right?
What do you think about going for Hutchinson?
No,
I wouldn't mind it.
Amorim.
I wouldn't mind it.
On the lap, because I
right.
saw United fans talking about Hutchinson and the lap as potential players we should look at after that.
Listen, man, sometimes you get caught by seeing something good, but reality is it's not, man. It's not.
Just stay over there, man.
Listen, if the price, if they said 25 million, yeah, what not? 20, like listen, I have no qualms with that. Anything can be bought if the price is right.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
If it's not
For who Amari Hutchinson is, I believe that you could probably find a £2-3 million player in like Sao Paulo or something similar.
Nah, you're dragging it, bro. You're dragging
I'm
it.
not dragging. I'll be serious. I'll be so serious. Wait, how much was Casino?
Who's that Chelsea guy that Chelsea got that they keep talking about? When I was about to say glazing, but they will keep talking about that's like the next.
Estavio? Are you talking about Estavio?
I can't remember his name.
He's going to be a superstar, man. He's going to be a Estavio.
Yeah,
is he still performing or is he injured?
They're all going to be superstars, isn't it? Because that's how it works.
Chelsea are quietly building one of the best young squads in the world, man. They're going to be scary.
Is it quiet though? I think it's been pretty loud, man. It's been pretty loud. I'll be honest, bro.
$1 billion, bro.
They got this Brazilian kid coming through. And they got this other wonder kid coming through. It's unfair, man. It's unfair.
See, the problem is that they are not all going to play at Chelsea because they already have such a deep front line, and all these guys are not even at the club already. That's the issue they have, is how they're going to do it, because you have Neto, you have
Sancho.
Sancho. I forgot Sancho is even at Chelsea too. So they have a lot of players.
Why did they sign Sancho? That makes they jailed us. They bailed us out of jail. Then.
No. Sancho is there he's basically a permanent signing, is he not?
Yeah, he's a permanent signing. Yeah.
Permanent. Yeah, they're gonna sign him anyway, regardless. So
the rule was if Chelsea finish. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for me, listen, man, there's a lot to look forward to. Bodo Glimt, like I said, Sunday, 2 big wins, and then we face Arsenal. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, man.
What's your expectations?
It's the worst time to be playing Arsenal, man. I can't lie, man. I looked at the last 2 games with Odegaard. They're getting their fully strength team now. Boy, man, it's gonna be a tough game, guys, man. I went in my head here thinking, let's
go at home.
Win, but it's gonna be tough.
It's away.
I'm actually not worried for the Arsenal game, to be fair. Because the Bodo Glimt game, that's the game I was going to ask you. What's your expectations? The reason why I'm not worried about Arsenal is because since I've been alive, regardless of our form,
it's Odegaard, man, that's the problem.
Regardless if it's Odegaard, sometimes almost like a derby where form actually generally goes out the window, and it's who wants it more in the day.
Had they had more injuries, I would have been like, yeah, cool. But the way they're starting to like move now, I think they're coming a bit.
I'm not worried about the result, but this fan base has a very irrational reaction to whenever we lose against Arsenal, and that's not often. But when we do lose,
last time he was there, did he not win the game against Arsenal? Against Sporting Lisbon. Did you not see it? Gonçalves with the goal.
No, I saw it. That's one of the games where I watched. I don't know if it's that particular one. One of the games I watched Ugarte where he looked.
Yeah, I know.
Like this, that performance is insane.
Yeah, man. Guna G. But Bodo Glimt, then Everton, then Arsenal, yeah. And Bodo Glimt, apparently they're a good footballing team, I've been hearing like they're a good footballing team.
No, Saeed, most of these little clubs in Europe are now decent footballing sides. They're not.
They are.
Yeah, they play slick football.
60 6 goals, 29 conceded. It's conceded 29 though. That's a lot.
Cannot lie to you though, bro. I'm not hearing that. Manchester
Do
United.
you not think that's a lot though? 29 conceded though in that league. It's a bit mad. Right, this lot have conceded a lot of goals, in this league. What the fuck is this league?
Yeah, bro. This league is crazy, bro. How many games have we played?
I'm just deep in this league, What the fuck is this league? 32 conceded. 38.
I mean, they played 29 games, to be fair.
Nah, but still, though, like, it's a bit mad, though.
29. So they concede a goal a game. That's like, I mean, that's not worse than us last season. We definitely conceded more than a goal a game.
We conceded.
We absolutely conceded more than a goal a game.
Look at the league. Look at the league.
We should obviously.
I mean, it's equivalent. It's equivalent.
Some of those players are plumbers and electricians. Part day. I hope you know that.
This is equivalent. I'm comparing them to their league. I'm not comparing them to the Premier League. Like,
who they got? Look at the players.
Yeah, bro. I promise you don't know one of their players, bro.
I promise
There's only one name I recognize on this list.
Yeah, me too.
I know one player, sure.
I know that Tomic. I seen him under 18s.
What? You see him where?
Under 18s.
Who played for who?
Tomic.
Tomic, where from? Where was he playing?
Down. Scroll down again. Yeah, defender.
Who's he playing for?
Huh?
Who's he play for?
These man, innit?
Who?
Bodo Glimp, innit?
Oh, you watched him?
Yeah. Be sarcastic. I don't know who these men are.
I don't know the Johns.
I was like, why are you watching Bodo Glimt under 18s?
I don't know who
Johnson.
I was like, hold up. That's what I knew this man was waffling, bro. I said Bodo Glimt under 18s, bro.
What's wrong with this guy, man?
The first guy played for AC Milan. That's where I know him from.
Okay. Listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. We're gonna be shooting to Temi's live stream, so don't go anywhere. It's gonna be redirected to you over there. Temi's got a stream coming up as well, and yeah, man, go check the video where I cook Man City. You know the ones there, guys. Go check it out. Lovely cooking. You know the ones there. It's on Saeed TV. Video right there, people. Man City are crumbling. Go check it out, people. It was a funny one. But listen, people. Big up Ange, big up Temi, big up Strella, big up Brian, man. Good show, man. Good show.
Yeah, fun. Always, man.
Peace. See you, boys.
Absolutely. And yeah, guys, like I said to you, it's redirected to the stream over there. When you head into that one, please hit the like button in Temi's stream. That's the first thing you do. And then, yeah, tomorrow I've got a video coming out. And I will have Mandem talk as well tomorrow. And then we have the Champions League, Liverpool versus Real Madrid. So a big day of football tomorrow. So don't go anywhere because we will be there. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace. Where's the banner? How do I get out of here? What's going on?
This man Saeed.
Oh, yeah.
I said, Cousin.